Hello everybody, it's Teacher Kaye. Numbers 3, 4, 5, and 6, I all clump together under creating obstacles. Number 3 is withholding objects. So let's say your child is in their seat at the table and you know that they can only reach so far when they're seated. So when you want them to ask for things, you want to make them just out of reach of his arm span. So if he's trying to reach for maybe more rice, keep the rice bowl out of reach so that when he's reaching, you can say, "What did you want? What are you doing? Are you asking for rice? Want rice?" And then wait for them to make an approximation or attempt to verbalize what it is they wanted. This also works when you're playing. So for example, what they really want to play with right now is an Avengers toy. So he's making Iron Man fly around the sky, and then you say, "Can I borrow?" And then you get Iron Man, and then you can be making Iron Man fly away from him, and he wants it back, and you know it, and he's starting to whine. And then you can pretend and withhold at the same time by saying, What? Iron Man is flying. Did you want Iron Man?" And then so while they are reaching, you're giving that opportunity for him to verbalize want Iron Man or borrow or give back or any of your goals. Number 4. There are children who are very difficult to deter. So even if you're withholding an object, some of them will just stand up and go around the table and get that rice bowl anyway. Or some of them will stand up and grab Iron Man from your hands. So sometimes just withholding an object within a situation is not enough. So if you find that your child doesn't request for things from you because he can do it himself, for example, he can get his own snacks from the pantry. He has access to all his toys in his cabinets. He can go to the bathroom by himself, for example. Let's just say everything is accessible. He has very good motor movements and he can do things by himself. Then there is a lack of opportunity to request verbally. So what you can do about that is modify your environment. So let's say his toys used to be in a cabinet that's a low cabinet that's on the floor. You can now transfer those toys up to a higher shelf where he can't reach them. And so when he's looking for them, he can actually, and he starts pointing, that's another opportunity for him to ask, give toy, get toy. Number 5 is presenting objects that are difficult to manipulate by themselves. So for example, they want milk. So what if this time you put their milk in a tumbler that is sealed very tightly? If they don't have the means to open that tumbler by themselves, then they will need to ask for your help. So when they're handing it to you, and because you understand that and you're so attuned to his needs, you just sometimes, it's so easy for us to just get the tumbler and open it ourselves and give it back to them. But it could be another opportunity for them to request open or help me. You can do this with difficult to manipulate toys that require a lot of twisting, or something that's heavy, something that needs a lot of difficult complex moves, or stacking Lego blocks in a certain pattern that they don't understand, and things like that. Number 6, and the last one, is pacing. So pacing is giving them the objects or toys that they're playing with one by one as needed, instead of laying them all out there on the floor. So you can do this with things like puzzles or Lego blocks, things that need building and compounding objects together. So maybe for a 10-piece puzzle, you give the first 4 puzzle pieces. And when they're done with that, they have to look over to you and verbalize the next one, or give me. Like I said in episode 6, don't forget to reward all the attempts to communicate, to use their words. When you ask them, "Did you want this? Water?" And then you can see that your child tried to say, "Ooh," then you can say, "Water. Yes, you wanted water." Immediately give the item, so that the message that they receive is, "Oh, I get what I want so much faster when I use my words." And that's what we want, right? This is especially helpful for parents who describe their children to be more of pointing, gesturing to things they want, using sounds instead of words to indicate that they want something, like instead of their word counterparts. Add this to your list of things you're mindful of is, how do you behave when you communicate with them? Because we are so familiar with how our child communicates by gestures, that when they start gesturing, we immediately know what they need and we give it to them right away. We have to try to dial back from that behavior and create more opportunities for them to request. Like everything in this world, the simple cannot be without the difficult, and be prepared for some really loud consequences to this. So because your children are probably not used to their wants not being given right away, you will experience a lot of whining, stomping, crying, shrieking. So be prepared, fair warning. Even if this technique is easy, the difficulties of easing this into your communication patterns with your child will sort of have a little learning curve. So what things to remember when this happens? Try to do it in shorter periods and increasing the time that you do it. So for example, for today, you're gonna go twinkle, twinkle, little star. So that was maybe 1 or 2 seconds. But maybe next time you can increase the expectation and say twinkle, twinkle, little star. Very good. So we can increase the time, but start with shorter periods. And this is especially if they are requesting for something. So when they are reaching for something and you're saying this and dangling it in front of them, they'll think, are you teasing me? So be prepared. So first you can withhold it for maybe 1 second. And if they really don't look like they're going to attempt verbalizing, then you do the model for your target and then give it. But maybe next time you'll bring it up to 2 seconds. So you'll say, that one, did you want the toy on top of the cabinet? Which one? The truck or the house? And make them answer. So your call, you would know best. If your child is about to throw a tantrum, give the desired object, but keep on doing it, because even if they cry, they need to understand, I expect something of you. I want you to say something to me verbally. I want you to be able to use your words. So do it with love, do it with care, but also still put down your authority and expectant face. Like, yes, I'm waiting for you to say something, so that they understand that they need to use their words at this point. For those that are super afraid of a crying child, it's okay to let a child cry. So this also teaches our children a bit of delaying gratification, and it increases their frustration tolerance. So it's a win-win-win. Everything in this strategy will hopefully get you closer to getting your child talking. Super simple strategies. If we just know them, I'm sure you can incorporate them into the way that you communicate with your child, presenting them with more opportunities to communicate verbally and use their words. And that's it for today. I hope that was super helpful. If you liked it, please show it with a thumbs up. I would super appreciate it. You can leave me comments, and you can also get in touch with me on Facebook and Instagram, Teacher Kaye Talks. And please don't forget to subscribe. Let's try to get these tips to as many people as may need it. And that's it. Enjoy this new technique and happy talking.